Nearly 350 passengers and crew members were on board when an Amtrak train hit a backhoe on the tracks about 20 miles south of Philadelphia in Chester, Pennsylvania this morning. 2 Amtrak workers who were on the backhoe died. Dozens on the train are hurt. Tonight, as the investigation gets underway, our transportation correspondent Kris Van Cleave is on the scene.
Investigators worked around the damaged front end of Amtrak train 89 after it collided with a backhoe early Sunday morning in Chester, just south of Philadelphia. 341 passengers and 7 crew were on the New York to Savannah, Georgia train. Passenger Beth Blakely.
It felt like a car accident, like an impact, and then it was a rough ride. It took a long time to stop, and all you could see was a lot of dirt and debris flying past the train, and then there was a couple of sort of like fire flashes. And then we came to a stop. It was pretty panicky.
The National Transportation Safety Board is leading the investigation into what happened shortly before 8 a.m. The 2 Amtrak employees killed were from the construction crew working on the backhoe. The collision tore into the train's first passenger car. Roughly 3 dozen from the train were taken to local hospitals.
It looked like it had been banged up a bit, but from the outside of the train, the windows were broken in, and it looked pretty harsh.
This accident comes less than a year after the deadly derailment of Amtrak train 188 in Philadelphia, which killed 8. Just last month, another Amtrak train derailed in Kansas, injuring more than 30. This morning's deadly collision stopped service between Philadelphia and Point South on Amtrak's heavily trafficked Northeast Corridor for hours. Sundays are typically one of Amtrak's busiest travel days. Still, track work is not uncommon during early morning hours on weekends. NTSB investigator in charge, Ryan Frigo.
As of now, we have recovered the event data recorder, the forward-facing video, and the inward-facing video from the locomotive to send to our laboratory in Washington, D.C.
Amtrak has restored partial service through the crash scene. But Jeff, what tomorrow morning's commute looks like depends largely on how long the NTSB needs the train to stay on scene here as their investigation continues.
Kris Van Cleave, thank you very much.